1937 election and the national movement. The British government, after holding the Round Table Conference 3, introduced a new package of constitutional reform. The Government of India Act 1935 was passed and it provided for a scheme of all Indian federation, provincial autonomy with safeguards and hierarchy at centre. Communal electorals were retained. The Governor General of India and the provincial governors were to enjoy real powers and were to be responsible directly to the British government. Further, the provincial autonomy was to be introduced immediately and the federal scheme was to become operational later on. The former got initiated in 1937 while the latter failed to come into operation at all. The Congress ministers from 1937 to 1939. The Congress, though it felt totally disappointed, decided to contest the 1937 elections for demonstrating its strength. It swept the polls in most of the provinces and formed ministries in 7 out of the 11 provinces. The ministers started gaining experience of working a parliamentary type of system and the people felt the smell of self-rule in the air. But things soon changed when the World War II broke out in 1939. The Second World War and the Indian national movement. The Indians were strongly opposed to the Nazism of Germany, the fascism of Italy and the aggressive nationalism of Japan. The Indian leadership declared that India would give all help to Britain in fighting the war, provided it gave up its imperial and colonial domination of India and arranged for a reasonable quantum of self-government for the Indians. The August Offer and Individual Civil Disobedience Movement of 1940. The British government, on the other hand, offered a post-dated check in the form of the August Offer 1940. It promised grant of dominion status and organization of a constituent assembly after the war, a war in which at that time Britain was losing ground to Germany. This offer was rejected by the Congress and under Gandhiji's direction, it launched the Individual Civil Disobedience Movement in October 1940. From the Cripps Mission to the Quit India Movement 1942, the non-cooperation of the Indians now became a big danger for the security of the British interest. Under such pressures, the British government sent the Cripps Mission to India in March 1942 with a view to resolving the Indian political problems. The Cripps Mission is the main offered immediate dominion status to India along with the right of secession from the British Empire, establishment of a constituent assembly for India after the war. The Cripps Mission proposal was rejected by all the political parties, though on different grounds. Quit India Movement. The Congress Working Committee met at Wardha in July 1942 and undertook a policy decision calling upon Britain to immediately transfer of power to the Indians and quit India. It also decided that if the call was rejected, the Congress will then be compelled to use all non-violent means to oust the British by direct action. The arrest of Gandhi gave an immediate start to the Quit India movement, and on 9th August 1942, every city and town observed a hartal. The government's reply was large scale arrest, lathi charges, firings and repression. Meanwhile, another front for the freedom of India was opened in the Southeast Asia. Subhash Chandra Bose had left India secretly in March 1941 to go to the Soviet Union and seek its help in India's freedom struggle and formed Indian National Army, which started marching towards India for liberating it, towards independence. Throughout 1945-1946, numerous agitations, strikes, demonstration and boycott characterized life in India. In September 1946, an interim government of India was formed by the Congress with Jawaharlal Nehru heading the Council of Ministers. The Muslim League joined the cabinet in October, but refrained from joining the Constituent Assembly, which started functioning in December 1946. It advocated the demand for the formation of Pakistan as a separate sovereign Muslim state out of India, and for achieving it inaugurated the direct action foreseeable evacuation of non-Muslim population from Muslim majority areas. Independence of India became a reality, but it became a hard reality because of the partition of the country which accompanied it. India became independent on 15th August 1947, but along with it came the partition of the country, and its pain diminished the joy of freedom. I hope today's discussion on Indian national movement will help you in understanding the phases of freedom movement of India. For you students, this may be something that happened in the past, but for your parents or grandparents, they have lived through these times, and the memory must be still fresh in their minds. Ask them and find out what they went through. Thank you.